Hey y'all, I know, better late than never. I'm a slacker this week. Um, this weekend was crazy, and I just will admit that we've been wild. It's been wild. And last night I got in bed and I said, "Dang it, I didn't record my podcast." So here we are. Happy Monday, everyone. I hope you had the best Monday ever. I hope y'all have had a great week. We hit 1,000 followers this past week, guys. 1,000. You know how amazing that makes me feel? I've been talking to another girl or maybe girls, that are starting a podcast out of Atlanta. That's kind of like the same thing as me in theory. Like the whole chaos part, talking about real life, real things, just putting it out there. But they're not just from a mom's and stepmoms and wives point of view. They're like out there from all kinds of views. Um, and I love it. But they're out of Atlanta, so y'all, go follow their page. Their episodes they already post on their page, kind of giving you an idea what they'll be talking about and stuff like that. But their podcast is going to go live. I think she said August 11th, but in August. So that's huge for them, and they have big episodes they've already recorded, getting ready. This mama, on the other hand, records weekly. So here I am. So more props to them. Love them. Welcome to the Outside is their podcast name. So go join them, follow them, and hop on their podcast dream as well. Go give them the follows though. I've messaged them. We're gonna work on maybe a collab with together. It's gonna be awesome. But us podcasters need to work together and grow together. We're here. We're here for each other. I got asked the other day what made me want to start my podcast, and I've been asked this by multiple people, and I don't think I've ever explained it. But my biggest thing was getting out of my shell and out of my comfort zone and just talking about the real life things that nobody talks about, or people we talk about in group text, or we talk about to other people, but we don't ever bring to light. And just bringing it to light, bringing the things we don't talk about to light, being a mom, being a stepmom issues, mom issues, how our children are being, how just daily life is, period, not just mom and stepmom and life, like mom life, but just life in general. Let's talk about it, because we all keep silent way too much. We all keep the silence, and I don't think it needs to be kept. I think that disrupts our mental health and our peace when the silence is kept. And so I think talking about it and airing it out there, putting the drama out there for people when they don't want to talk about it, why the heck not? It ain't my drama, but it needs to be talked about. The issues we need to talk about, we're going to put them out there. So that's what made me want to start my podcast, and to be there for the moms, the stepmoms, the wives, and just anybody that's listening that needs to hear the advice that I have, or people from my podcast that have given me have, things we talk about, everything. I think just being there for people that need to hear it is a good way to just live your life too. I've come a long way in 2026, but I have loved doing this podcast and growing with everybody. Y'all don't know how big it makes my heart feel when I see my page has got to 1,000 followers. It's the most amazing feeling in the world. And so being able to do that and hear feedback from people all the way in Atlanta, all the way in other countries, dude, other countries, y'all. Like, where am I trying to think of? I am drawing a complete blank. United Kingdom. I have people out of United Kingdom that write me. And so it's just crazy to think that my voice, little old Florida girl, got that far. India, Russia, United Kingdom, Japan, like literally. In the United States, I have listeners all over. It's crazy. Do you to just think and sit back and think, I was going to start this podcast a few weeks ago, and here I am. And it is that far away, people listening to me, my little old Florida girl self, trying to just grow my podcast. It's amazing. I think that it's amazing. I think it's just incredible that I've been able to do this journey and have the support I have. I have the people writing me. That Welcome to the Outside podcast, we've chatted back and forth, and she loves my content, and I'm sure I'm going to love theirs just by reading their post. And so I really encourage y'all to go follow her and give her a follow, give you a new podcast to listen to, plus mine. But on another note, I want to just thank everybody for getting me to where I am today and helping me grow. So I do want to say that in the growth, and what gets us here and what helps us make these the little decisions to do and start our small businesses or small podcast or anything we're doing. Do you want to be the one to, how do I say this? Are you somebody that wants the harvest, or do you want to plant the seed? Like, do you want to start it yourself, or do you want to follow in other people's footsteps? And I find that a lot of the time, like, the podcast is not, it's hand in hand with a small business, but it's not. There's so many small businesses that are the same. But I feel like if you have a family member doing it, or you have like a super close friend doing it, and you have a problem with them growing for themselves when they decide to follow in your footsteps, or they decide to just maybe be kind of like you but do their own thing but also have the same products as you, and you don't hype them up, but instead you tear them down or you unfriend them for that reason, I just don't like that. That's low of you. Now, if you are a family member that you have a family member or friends that have come to you and been like, oh no, I could never do this, and then secretly behind your back they're starting something behind you and keeping it a secret from you, that's different. But when your person is out there, and your friend, your family member, whatever, is saying, hey, I'm going to go start this small business or this podcast or whatever, and being honest with you up front, you know what they're doing, you know what they're selling, you know what their idea of growth is, support them, be there for them, buy from them, support that small business, because you never know how much that little bit of money can help somebody along the way, how much that little bit of support can help somebody along the way. And y'all being despiteful and ugly about things is just not cute. And it's just not. To hype another podcast, to hype another small business that's just like me or sort of like me, I'm going to do it. I'm going to encourage you to go follow them and buy from them. Like, that's just the type of person I am, though. Yeah, it may take away from me, but I don't care. That's not my point behind this. I know that a lot of sorry, it's been a crazy Monday, y'all. My brain is all over the place. I know I have had a lot of people wondering, how the world am I balancing being a mom, being a stepmom, being a wife, being a full-time working parent, doing my podcast, and now I've got on my Plexus journey, and y'all, I love it. Ignore my dog in the background. I'm not juggling it well at all, but I'm making it happen. As y'all can tell, this podcast is late. But it's just because we were busy this weekend and I let my time get away from me, and I don't typically try to do that, but all of y'all understand. And so I love y'all for that, because but I don't juggle things well. I keep myself busy. I'm the last one in the bed at night. I try to make sure everything's perfect and done and promoted. And listen, Facebook scheduled posts are my best friend, because if I didn't do those, I wouldn't remember half the time. And so don't think you can't do it just because you live a busy life. You can do it. I promise. If it's selling Plexus, if it's doing your own podcast, if it's writing a book. Oh yeah, because guys, I'm writing a book too. But if it's being a full-time parent and then also being a full-time working parent, whatever you want to be, also your kids are in sports, things like that, you can do the side hustle. You can do it, and you can be that extra person that you need to be no matter what. And having the people behind you to help you and encourage you and get you through these places is the best thing ever. My husband supports me 100%. He has, I mean, he talks about it with his friends that ask him, like, yeah, she does these things, but I do it, and I'm still present in my home, and they know that. My daughter loves to be on my videos with me, so I just let her, because why not? But I I don't juggle it well, but I make it happen. And I know tons of other moms that are making it happen every day. So don't think you can't make it happen. Whether you're a mom, whether you're not a mom, whether you're just a single, not married or whatever human, you can do it. I promise you, you can do it. Don't ever think that you let other people make you think you can't do it, because you got this. I promise. Because I hope to leave my daughter always remembering, or all of my kids. I hope they know that they will always be provided for, that I've always worked hard to provide for them, whether it's some good Christmas presents, or just taking them to the nail salon, or getting their hair done, or just the little things. I want my children to always know that they were well taken care of and provided for. And that's my goal. I guess another thing in like how I keep my home flowing, I had another girl ask me that. And honestly, with what we do, we wake up in the morning, we start our day. I make sure that Sunday has time out for me to do my podcast. Every day I spread my time across my clocks to do my Plexus post, and I schedule them so I don't have to do them. I schedule my podcast post, but I make time out of my day, like 30 minutes or so, just to make the post, to make sure they're posting, and I don't have to worry about it. I obviously check Facebook, check my podcast page. I message my people on Facebook for Plexus and things like that. But I just make those little times, and when I come home, I put my phone down for a little while. Yes, I check it here and there, but I don't sit on it. And then when I get in bed, I give myself 30 minutes or so to just go through everything on my phone, get everything sorted through, and then we're good to go. I know a lot of moms find the organization hard, but you can do it. Just set yourself a schedule. And just live it out. Just see how it works with you. You can change it up when it doesn't work. I just think leaving that impact on your children to make sure that they have the time too, though. Make sure that they know they have the time with you. Like mine knows. She's currently waving at me. Anyways, but just making sure that you still leave that time for them. Because that's the most important as well. I've had tons of people, just different people, writing me on what we should talk about on the podcast. So some things coming. Topics like dating your partner after kids. Granted, I've never been there, but I've seen that happen. So I've been in that situation growing up as a child. Well, I guess I have been there. I'm an idiot. I dated my partner, but I didn't have kids. My husband obviously had kids when we got together. So dating my partner after kids is different, but it's a different standpoint probably than what she's talking about in this. Importance of communication and balancing work, parenting, and your relationship. That's always important, though. I've already talked about that. Give yourself time, but give your family time as well. Put the phone down. Gentle versus traditional parenting, letting your kids fail and learn naturally, making friends as parents. That's so hard, y'all, but it's really not. Since I have started my podcast, and I have my friends already, but since I've started my podcast and started my Plexus journey, I have made some of the coolest friends. And I'm obviously probably won't ever meet these people in real life, but they are the best people to message and talk to, and I love it. So it's been like a journey, but a joy to come across these people that are doing the same thing as you every day, and they just want to make a little extra side money for their families. Or just have that little extra something to do. And so it's been great, and I love it. I love talking to people on the podcast, from the podcast messages and comments, and getting what they want to hear, but also them replying back to my podcast, because then I know they're listening, and it makes me so happy to have that. Making friends as parents, it's fun, but I know it can be hard sometimes. I've always had those moments when I don't think people like my kid because, I mean, how she acts or something like that. So I do find that hard. I find it hard when some people that don't have kids don't understand the ones that do have kids too. I've been there. So I guess there are just different levels of that that you come across. So there's also social media and fake friendships, which have a lot of juicy stuff to talk about that will be good topics. Family routines and what actually works, hunting and family life. Oh, girl, I got you there. I can't wait for October. And if you know, you know. How I'm going to juggle hunting season with the rest of my life is going to be wild, but we'll get there. Holidays of split households, grief after adult parents pass away and having to deal with their stuff and how to move it over. I have never been there. I hope I don't have to anytime soon. But I know people that have, so I could probably get something to talk about from them. I know we just have so much coming up to talk about, but I'm really saving all the good details for the life of the party when we're going live. End of July, guys. I promise that is still coming. It's still in the works. Got to get the episodes recorded, but I promise it is still coming. I can't wait to be on this journey with you guys, even live, in hopes to put the post out there for you guys to be able to interact with us on and see us. Who's chatting? See who's chatting. See us, the little country Florida girls, and what we do with our lives. But I also hope to collab with some people coming up too, because that'd be so awesome. I think it would be such a journey for us. So if you guys have topics for us to talk about, give me a message, give me a comment. Let's keep growing this amazing journey. We can do it. You can do it. I promise that you can do it. If I can do it, if anybody can do it, you can do it. Set your heart to it. Pray about it. And just make it happen for you, your family, and all the above. Make it happen because it's so worth it in the end. Your life is so joyful. It may be busy sometimes, it may be stressful, but it's so worth it in the end. This is Half Mom Whole Chaos, and I thank y'all so much for listening this week. Again, I apologize that I'm late, but we're here for it. That's what all the chaos is about. Love y'all.